There.
There. Yeah, I was going to say, well, the angle was just right to see it.
Good.
That's what he did the first time. His chest popped out.
Inside hind leg. Once you come out of that turn, again, let your horse tell you if you've gotten it right or not. If they come out and their head is not lowering and softening, or they're not more relaxed, maybe you didn't get it. Yep, that horse is not falling on his shoulders nearly as much. Now turn your shoulders a hair more, BJ. You've gotten the shoulders upright. He's not diving in on his shoulders anymore. Yeah, now turn your hips and your shoulders a hair more in that turn, and I think you'll get that hind leg even more. Hold that left rein, he's pulling on it. Turn your body and wiggle that left leg. Wiggle your left leg, wiggle it, turn yourself. Are you asking to turn right or left? Right, never mind then, I'm wrong. I thought you were asking to turn left. He really wants to give Raven a piece of his mind this morning.
Yeah, he does.
There, thank you. Very softened. Care, you still had backward energy to your hands.
So when I'm asking him to stop,
Yep.
he just wants to go up to whatever animal, other horse or mule he wants to go to, and he's
Creeping
continuing
forward.
to going really slow.
Mm-hmm.
Then I reacted and I'm like, no, you're going to stop and you're going to take a couple steps back. And I tried to be light, but you know, that was my intention. Whether it was right or wrong, I don't know. But I don't think allowing him to continue to go halfway down the arena and blow me off was right.
I'm with you. So instead of bringing your hands kind of towards your belly button, I would lift my hands.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with you saying, hey, my reins are a boundary.
Yeah.
It's just how you want to establish that boundary. So I still want forward with my hands. I still don't want to have backward energy with my hands.
Okay.
So if I have to, I will lift.
Okay? And is that in part because you're trying to make sure that the pressure is on the, not on the bars, but on the lip itself?
Yeah, and that's the same thing as like when we back up, we lift up to the corner of the mouth.
Right.
So I'm not pulling on the bars.
Okay.
Also, the other thing, Sue, are you listening?
Yes, I am.
When the angle of that rein comes back, so you have to think about that bit. It is coming down on the bars. That's going to be uncomfortable. And then they have the ability to take that mandible and push on you with it. That is the strongest muscle in his body. So by lifting, you take away that ability for him to get his jaw and push with it. So when he halted right then, did he push on your hand still?
Just a smidge.
And then you gave. Do you think he got off your hands?
Right now, yes.
Before you release the rein? Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, this time.
Okay, all right. So walk off, slide your right hand down as you take it out, soft and slow, turn your body. Yes, release, drop the rein, let her walk. Good, just let her walk. Down as you turn, yes, as you're turning your seat, you're overturning your head. Yeah, there you go. Open and close the fingers on that right rein. I think she can give you a little more bend than that. Open and close, yes, open and close the fingers. Good, take that, yes. Let her walk. There, she's gonna wanna lower her head.
Yeah.
You may hold that inside rein, open and close the fingers, and then softly wiggle your leg and say, hey, get off your get off my leg with your rib cage. But make sure you're turning yourself. So you're evaluating yourself to make sure you're opening the door. Yes, like that. That's a pretty nice little bend for her. Yes, now let her walk off. Those ears are working. You're walking along the rail. I would like for you to get a nice forward walk, extended walk. So let your hands get forward. You're allowing that motion with your pelvis. And you're walking like you're going somewhere. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to come off the rail. I'm going to talk you through it. Don't do it yet. You're going to come off the rail. You're going to softly slide your left hand out towards the rail. Your right hip, your right shoulder's coming forward and around. I would like their left front foot to step forward to the left, and then the right front foot to follow as you reverse. When you're ready, go ahead. Julie, keep that hand forward as if you're blocking her neck from being able to bend too far left.
Jodi, you need to talk me through it, please, again.
Okay. So you're going to come off the rail. Come off the rail a little bit more. Rid your reins in your right hand. Now slide your left hand forward and out towards the rail as you turn. Right hip, right shoulder around. Yes. Do you see how? Did you feel how she walked her shoulders through? She did.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that.
You're welcome. We want the reins to connect to the front legs, correct? And we want our legs to connect to their hind legs, right? That's the goal. So, if I were yielding the hind end, okay, so I slid my inside hand out, so when I touch the right rein, if I'm your horse, what should that mean?
You're going right.
No, it doesn't, because I might not go right.
Give me your right hand.
I might go left. Maybe not.
Front leg.
Maybe, yes. But the first thing it should mean is, I want you to bend from ear to tail. Okay? From there, I will tell you where to place your feet. So, if I slide my right hand down, immediately they should say, okay, you want a right bend. My seat should be establishing that as well. Okay? If I take it out and I turn my seat, which, can you turn the volume down just a hair?
Yeah.
And I turn my seat, my inside leg will naturally come on. That's what I did with Wendy yesterday. That was sending her hips out.
Yep.
Okay? If my inside leg comes on, that should connect to their inside leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all it says is engage. Where is the only place it can go?
Underneath them.
Here.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Which is going to do what?
Give them a post in which to
Send
turn.
the hips out.
Yep.
Correct? That's just what's going to happen. They don't understand what a turn on the forehand or a turn on the haunches is. This is how they are actually perceiving this. So you're saying, engage this inside hind leg. Boom. Okay, now my hips are moving to the outside. That's yielding the hind end. So when we are rollbacking and we're moving the shoulders, I'm saying put your outside hind leg on. Put your outside leg on, right? Which would say what? If I put my outside hind leg on, what should that say?
You're in.
Engage that hind leg, right? My legs should talk to their corresponding hind legs.
Right.
Correct?
Yep.
So all I'm saying is engage that hind leg. Engage it where?
Yeah, underneath.
Your shoulders left. That's what my reins are saying. Okay? Does that make sense? So, if my reins are saying touching the shoulders left. Correct. Huh?
Okay, so as I'm entering into the step on your face, you're naturally, as you're turning, that leg is naturally on.
Yes.
And you can try to make, and the time you did it yesterday really well was when I felt a lot of bend pressure from what I perceive to be my left leg, my outside leg, onto him to lift his shoulders. But I don't know how this then can relax to open up the space.
It does. Because watch as I do this. Did you just see this leg opens up?
Yep.
I guess so.
This one
So
comes
the
on?
more you do it, then the more this opens up.
Yes. But I shouldn't have to push my leg on.
That's
Because then I'm shoving his shoulders over. So then if you're saying if that's the only time you got a response, I would carry a crop in that outside hand, and I'm going to put my leg on with the aid I would want him to answer. And then when he doesn't, I would take that crop and touch that shoulder, or I would touch that hind leg, probably his shoulder, and say, move off of that. But I'm not going to do more here.
Right.
Because then I'll always have to do that much.
Yes.
Right? But what I was going to say with you is, he's turning, and he's just turning, and his hips are going out in the rollback. If that is happening, that's why I said, are you putting your outside leg on? Because if I put my outside leg on to bring his shoulders, and his hips go out, he's running through this leg. And that's when I would say, hey, you're running through my leg. Get your shoulders over. Your hips are running through my outside leg. I need your hips to stay back there so they can push your shoulders around. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Shoulder comes forward and around. You see his left foot left. See, he's walking his shoulders around there. Okay. Here's what I think is happening. Do you see me turning? But I'm not turning a lot.
No.
You are overturning.
Okay.
Because this is what I see you doing. You are turning so much. And you see now he's just turning and bending around. Because that's what your seat is asking for. So if I were to take his shoulders right, again, I have to emphasize this outside hip, this outside shoulder is coming forward and around. You're still bringing your outside hip back, which is saying to yield his hind legs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know.
That's an easy fix. I don't want to be right up against it, but I at least want to be 4 or 5 feet off the rail. You're going to halt. You're going to ask for the backup. Okay? Once you get the backup, you're going to softly, gradually bring your aids forward to the left to open up the shoulders. Okay? So the footfall of that again is I'm backing up. When the foot inside of the arena steps back and bears weight, now the foot closest to the rail can open up. Okay? This is what I see a lot of people do when I teach this. They're like, focused on the footfall, right there. And then they shove their horse through because they think they're going to miss the timing. I don't want you to be abrupt with your aids. Just think, back and over, back and over. Stay soft, okay? This hand along the rail needs to open up to allow those shoulders to reach. Your outside hand comes on the neck. It doesn't come across because then I'm pulling his shoulders through, okay? It just needs to come on and off the neck. Outside hip, outside shoulders, forward and around. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's continue.
Good job.
Now along this side, bend him left into the rail. Slide your left hand down. Left hip, left shoulder comes back as you're riding forward, looking down the rail. But your body is turning left. Asking the left hind leg to step under. There you go. Let him walk straight. Come off the rail when you're ready and roll back. In forward motion. Slide your left hand down. Don't overturn. Right hip, right shoulder around. Right leg on and off. There you go. Good job.
Woo!
When you're ready, you're going to leg him up to gate as you're bending him right into the rail. Stay soft with your A's. Bend in, right hind leg, right hind leg. You lost the bend in your body. Yes!
Woohoo!
There he's releasing tension.
Yes, he is. He said, I figured it out. Mm-hmm.
He says, my rider finally figured it out.
So
this is the beautiful thing about the bridge. So can you stay here, Sherman?
Yes, I can.
Hold the end of that rein.
One rein?
Okay.
Oh, you're the horse.
Okay.
You're the horse.
Lift your hands up so she can see. You watch it? So, if I have my bridge in this hand, okay, and I'm sliding my right hand down to the rail, okay, and I want to shorten this rein because he's not giving me the bend, and if you're turning your body and he's just choosing not to give to it, okay, this is what's nice about the bridge. I'm going to draw it with that hand and say, you've got to give me that bend. But my hand still is able to stay forward.
okay,
But
so
you
I
can't
have
do that
split
if your hands are
reins.
here.
I have split reins, so
Which
how do
is
I
fine.
make that loop?
You don't need to make the loop. You just cross them where you're still holding the reins like that.
Okay, so I have that in my left, but I have to pull it like an arrow.
Yes, but your
All
hand
right.
is forward. So my hand is already out. So I've given him the chance to bend with my seat and my rein. And then if he doesn't, I'm going to let the rein slide through this hand, and I'm going to draw it with this hand.
Okay,
You
I think
see?
I got it. I'll try.
Okay.
Larry has said ride where it's like a V, so that they're in between, and if they pull one way or the other, they're the ones who are pulling on themselves, not you. When do you use that?
When we're not running with the bridge.
Going straight.
When we're working on straightness and we're not working on bend. You along the rail, halt, back up, now push off with that right hind leg. So everything is preparing for the right hind leg to be really underneath him so he can give you the departure. So that's a good exercise you can do. So circle, out of the circle, halt, roll back. That should give you a beautiful rollback because you just set him up for the rollback, which is going to set him up for the canter. Okay? Say, no, keep your brain with me. Get that left hind leg underneath you. Yes. Yep. Yes. Now straight. Now bend again. Left hind leg. Good. Yes. Now start a big circle to the right. Get the right hind leg to step under. Right hind leg, right hind leg, right hind leg. Right hind leg, yes. Make your way back along the rail. Yes. Make your way back along the rail. Good job. Get through the corner.
And his bend.
Now when you're ready, halt. back. If you feel, bring up to speed. If you feel the canter, go with it. Nope, you lost a second. Bend him into the rail as you bring him up to gate here. Bring him up to gate. Right hind leg, right hind leg, right hind leg. Yes, that's gate. Turn, but you collapse this side of your rib cage.
Okay.
And you do the same thing on this side. You drop this side of your rib cage. Okay? Which when you do that, you lean in. So if you can think about, I used to struggle with that a little bit. And what I did was I got 2 pieces of cardboard and I put them down in my pants and they came up to my armpit. So then when I would turn, if I dropped my shoulder, it would jam.
That's a great idea.
So, but that's what you have to think about. So as you turn, opening up this side of that rib cage, the inside. So if it helps you to think about lifting your shoulder, because that obviously they're connected. So if I can lift my shoulder, that will lengthen that side there, because you're just having a problem of collapsing in.
I do that all the time.
Makes sense? I would say bend into the rail, slide that right hand down, turn my body, right hind leg step under. Once I feel that right hind leg step under, I'm going to go straight, and then I'm going to switch my bend, left bend, excuse me, left hind leg step under. You're going to almost do more of a leg yield than you are a true shoulder in. Does that make sense? Okay? So left hind leg step under. Once you get that, right bend. So you're switching from one bend, straight, left, other bend. Does that make sense? I love doing that because a lot of the times when we work in circles, we remain in the same bend, on the same angle a lot, and they get rigid over time. So you actually create more strength if we can go from one to other. So you're strengthening both hind legs in this exercise. So you're going right leg.
In dressage, they do a serpentine.
Yes.
It's the same.
Yes. Yep. But here's what I want. I want them moving with your seat. So what I'm really paying attention to is, again, I'm going to bend them with my seat. Okay? And so if I'm bending into the rail, I'm here. And then when I go straight, I'm incrementally going straight. And then I'm incrementally turning, saying, can you come with me? Yes or no? Can we flow together? Does that make sense? Don't get ahead of them. So a lot of times what I see is they want to bend them like into the center of the arena, and the horse hasn't bent yet, and they're already here. So you're ahead of the movement. Now you and your horse are just bracing against each other. Yep. Makes sense. I want you to put your left hand on the rein. Ask for a left bend without taking your hand out. So turn your, yes, keep it hard. Do you feel he's starting to bend left with your seat? Okay, now softly, he wants to come into me. Yep. Softly take your left hand and bring your palm up to his midline, like you're scooping. You don't need to lift so high. Yes, now ride forward to the outside. Hold it. But keep the bend with your seat. Yeah. Yes. Yes, there you go. Yeah. Now, just like that. Now I want you to softly lift both your hands towards the rail and leg yield him towards the rail, but keep the bend with your seat. Yes.
Yes.
Good job. Take
Well
it.
done.
When you're ready, bend him into the rail at that speed. Stay just as soft with your hands. Right hind leg, right hind leg. Don't let him out until you get that right hind leg. Turn your body more. Open and close your fingers. Yes, release. Let him go. Let him move. Let him go. Let him move. Hand down. Stay soft. Left hind leg. Yes. Hands straight. Good job.
Nice.
1 mile an hour faster. You can have a bad little gait. Yes, release.
Yeah.
Okay, your outside leg, your actual heel, can come back like that.
Okay.
Too.
Okay.
When you're actually going to ask him.
Okay.
Okay.
So do I just go straight and bend,
Yep.
down here at gate, and
Yep.
we'll go from there.
Yep. Whenever you feel it. I would probably pick that corner or that corner.
Okay.
Getting good at gait first, though. Yep. Right hind leg. Yes. Okay. You need more impulsion, though, at that gait. Yes. Up. Good. Reward him. Pet him. Yeah.
That's nice.
Now we're cooking with peanut oil.
Go for it.
Yep.
Yes!
Job.
Woo! Nice!
Shoulders left. Yes. Good. Yes, better. Now straight. Now left. Left hip back, left shoulder back. And you're kind of leg yielding. There you go. You got this side. Nice. You feel how soft he's getting. Now you got to get that on the right. This is how you keep him off the forehand right here. You need to do this down the trail. Now reverse directions.
It probably is.
So now bend him right. And kind of leg yield to the rail. That might help you. So take your left hand to the rail. Yes.
It's the only member small towns used to all have that.
There you go. There you go. There.
Nice.
That looks better. Now I'm happy.
Oh, yeah, that's too.
Come off the rail and roll back. Nice roll back.
Nice. Very pretty.
Now left bend. Leg yield to the rail. Good.
Lovely.
To your seat. Right rein towards the rail. Right into your outside rein. There. Good. Yes. Yes.
He's becoming
Now come off the
uneven.
rail and roll back. You have to change your bend. Good. Beautiful. Very nice. Now start a big circle around everybody. In the circle, incrementally bring his shoulders right. As your seat rides his hind end forward underneath him. Open and close the fingers of the right rein to pick up that right front foot and take it one step right. One step right. As your left hip and your left shoulder comes around. So he needs to know you're talking to his front end. Your outside rein can come on and off the neck. Barely. Nope, not yet.
Nope, hasn't gotten it.
There's a step.
Yeah.
There's a step.
There's a step. There's a step. Keep going. Another circle. I want that a little better. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he looks so much more balanced.
Yes.
Yes!
Good.
Woo!
Yes, better. One step right. One step right. Good. Good. Yes. Now switch directions. Left bend, left circle. Softly switch directions. Nice switch. That was soft. Big circle left. Good job. Good. Your leg yielding out. Yes, your leg yielding out. Touch and give, touch and give, touch and give. Good. Touch and give, touch and give, touch and give. Good job. stop. Open and close the fingers on the left rein. Make sure you don't have tension in that left hand. His pole is getting softer and softer. His ears are starting to get a little floppy. That's what you want. Leg yield him out. 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 There you go. Yes, you see how you got him back underneath himself there. Good. And halt. Okay.
Woohoo!
The rail.
Right.
And you want the inside hind leg to step under, I would be more apt to have it on the inside, closest to the rail, to be able to touch that hind leg.
Yeah.
But let's say you were struggling with the rollback,
Yeah.
then I would put it on the outside, and then as I'm bringing the shoulders through, I could tap that outside shoulder. So it all depends on
What's
how
sticky?
I want to use it, or what my horse is struggling with in particular. With him, he moves his shoulders pretty well. It's his hind end that lags a little bit.
Yeah.
So I would be probably more apt to carry it
Back.
where I could touch. Yeah. With him, I would.
And you would touch them on the hip.
You can touch on the hip or behind your foot.
Okay.
Again, it kind of depends on the horse what I get a better response out of. If I'm like really trying to nail down what I'm teaching my leg, then I'll tend to tap behind my leg. Like if I were wearing a spur, where the spur would come on, right there. But if they're struggling with that and they're not giving me the answer I'm looking for, then I might have to touch that hind leg to say, that body part I want you to think about. Like I have to specify it even more. But you've done the hind leg enough now. Maybe try tapping behind your leg and see if he connects those dots. Then you want to see, as time goes on, you don't want to have to rely on the prop. So will he move off of my leg? So every time you want that hind leg to step under, you're softly going to put that leg on, give him the chance to answer, and then if he doesn't, you can touch with the crop. But don't always assume you're going to have to. Otherwise, then you always will. Exactly. So the idea is if you move off my leg, I won't touch you with the crop. Okay?
If I wear spurs.
Has to be that they truly are so resistant that me wiggling my leg, they just kind of blow me off.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have to kick them.
Yeah.
And so if I do wear spurs, I will wear spurs for 3 days. And it's very soft. So again, the thing about spurs is you have to know where they are all the time. So put your leg on, same thing. So I have to be able to put my leg on without the spur coming.
Oh, definitely.
And then I even put my heel on, like my lower cap, without the spur coming on. And then finally I can turn and say, hey, I mean it, get over.
Yeah.
So I've asked politely twice now. And so it usually doesn't take a whole lot. And again, after 3 days, if my point isn't coming across where they're moving off my leg, then I need to go backwards in my training. Because again, I don't want to have to rely on the spur either. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely.
I don't have to ride spurs very often.
Would you ever use the spur just to like
Yes.
stroke up just for lifting?
I don't in particular.
Okay.
I can usually get the lift doing other things.
Okay.
And by that time, they're pretty responsive to my leg. So if I put my heel on there, they're
So, but sometimes without spurs, would you lift your heel up into them?
Yep.
Like a
Yep, just say pick your belly up.
shot.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'd say I wear spurs on maybe 4 horses a year for 3 days.
Okay.
That's about as much as I have to. And at first I try the crop and see if I can teach it with the crop.
Okay.
And if they still just completely blow through me, then that's kind of my last resort. But they are a tool, and it's a tool that can be abused or it can have benefit, you know? So
Yes.
it's just like
Thank you.
anything really, I guess. You're going to slide your inside hand down as you start a circle to the right, asking them to bend through their body and step under with their inside hind leg. Don't collapse the inside of your rib cage. As you turn your body, your right hip is coming back, your right shoulder is coming back. That looks nice, Julie. Really nice. And then back along the rail. If they're falling on that right shoulder, your right knee can be there to say, hey, pick your shoulders up and get your rib cage over. And then back along the rail. Good job. This is an exercise that I would do every day. This is what I do every day on every horse I get on, whether it's a horse I'm starting or it's a more advanced horse. So, now we're going to connect the inside rein to the inside front foot. So, you're going to start a circle to the right. Raise your reins in your left hand. Slide your right hand down. Bring the shoulders right in the turn. That's nice, Julie. That's nice, Jane.
I'm turning left.
No, you're turning right. You're okay. Remember, you sliding your hand is a preparatory cue. You're preparing your horse. You're leaning in a little bit there. Yep. Open and close your fingers as you're turning right. Take his right front foot right. Turn right. Susan. Open and close your fingers. There, shoulders go. You feel that?
Yes.
Yep. Very good. Okay. The next thing we did is we combined those moves. So what you're going to do is you're going to start a circle to the right. Heel the right hind leg. Then you're going to bring the shoulders right. So you're just going to change your seat. Yep, now bring the shoulders. Good. So hind end, then shoulders. I don't think that was crisp enough, Susan. Good. So now ask your horse the same question. Do they know the difference when you want them to move their hips and when you want them to move their shoulders with your seat? At the beginning of the clinic, you all said no. Is the answer different now? That way you can do more with your seat and less with your hands. Good, Julie. Okay. Now bring the shoulders left, Susan. You got the hips, now bring the shoulders. Yes. Yes, I'll take that. All right, and back along the rail. Good job, everybody. Then we started talking about our seat. So, I want everybody to ask for a nice, big, extended walk. What's the biggest walk you can get without going to gait? Like you're on the trail and you're going somewhere. So your hips are allowing, don't pump in the saddle, Julie, don't create the movement.
She was moving, wasn't she?
If you want more, you can put your legs on and say, give me more energy. Give me something to follow. There you go. Nice, Julie, that's better. And then you just allow yourself to follow. You're not doing more work than she is. Okay? Now slow that walk down with your seat, but don't lose the energy. So resist that motion. Bring that resistance to your core, your lower back. Your pelvic, there you go, good. Grow tall within your back, not tense, but tall. If they're not following your seat, open and close the fingers on your reins to say, hey, I'm talking to you with my seat. Slow your right foot down, slow your left foot down, slow your right foot down. But your seat has got to continue to ride the hind end forward. Good. How slow of a walk can you get without them losing impulsion? Better, Susan. Okay, come off the rail and roll back at that walk. So bridge your reins in your right hand. You don't have a bridge, Susan. Yep. Slide your left hand down. Outside hip, outside shoulders around. Good, much better. Good. Go back to that extended walk. Big walk. Have intention of where you're going. You're looking up and you're riding somewhere. Okay, let's bridge our reins in our right hand now. Connect the inside rein to the left hind leg. Start a circle left. I want you to ask their left hind leg to step forward underneath them and send their hips on a bigger circle. Don't collapse inside of your rib cage, Susan, and turn your body. There you go. There. Yes. Are you incrementally turning as you're riding forward on the circle? If they're leaning on your inside rein, it's because the inside hind leg is not stepping underneath. So you either need to wiggle your inside leg, because they'd also be leaning on your leg as well, and wiggle your rein. Say, hey, get off that. Move your rib cage over. Then you'll be able to put slack in the rein. Very good. And back along the rail. So you're incrementally turning as you're turning your core. So you're rotating straight, rotation straight, rotate straight, turn forward, back along the rail. All right, now we're going to move the shoulders. So start a circle to the left. In the circle, bring the shoulders left. So you're going to slide your left hand down. Outside hip, outside shoulder comes forward and around. Your outside leg can softly come on and off, as you open and close the fingers of the left rein to say, take a step. There you go. Nice. Julie, that looks good down there. Nice. Pretty. Can you feel her getting softer and softer? That looks good, Jan.
I'm like, I can't tell anybody apart anymore. I can't remember who's who.
All right, now we're going to combine those moves. So we're going to yield the hind end, left, then bring the shoulders through. When you're ready, go ahead. Keep the change in your seat. Your hands should not make much of a difference in the moves. Your left elbow's coming back, Julie. Yep, pulling on her. Now bring her shoulders left. Change where your outside hip, your outside shoulder comes around. There they go. Good. And let's continue along the rail going clockwise. Very good.
Things are looking pretty nice.
I know.
No jinx in the group.
Things are looking good. It looks like the horses and the riders know what they're asking for. The riders know what they're asking for, and the horses know what they're asking for. Very good. Okay. Now we are going to bend them left into the rail. So you're sliding your left hand down. You're turning your left shoulder, left hip back, but you're looking straight. Wiggle your left leg. We're not reversing directions. You're okay. No big deal. It's hard to hear me down there. Somebody needs to turn the wind down.
I'll get right on that.
So you're bending them left into the rail as you continue going straight. On and off with your left leg. So you're also teaching them your leg here. Don't collapse the inside of that rib cage. If you need more bend, you're going to draw it with your outside hand till you get a hold of that the inside hind leg. Now you're going to get it there, Susan. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's better. See how you can stay soft and keep your hands forward? Yeah. You're looking much better in your posture, too. One more time. When you find your way along the rail, slide that left hand down, bend them into the rail, left hind leg step under. Good. Good. BJ, I want you to do the same thing at gate. Put your crop in your left hand. There you go. Bend them left into the rail as you go up to gate. You all can continue walking. He's going to gate and go faster. Yep. Left hind leg, left hind leg, left hind leg, left hind leg. Good. Make sure you're turning your body. Good. That's just so much better. And straight. Better. Good. And straight. And back up to gate. Bend him left. Left hind leg, turn your body, left hind leg, left hind, touch that left hind leg or touch button. There you go. And straight. Okay, BJ, I want you to cut across the arena. Oh, it's a B. All right, you're next. You're going to try this at gate. Are you ready? Bending her left. Turn your body soft and slow. Remember to keep your hands soft. Yes. On and softly. On and off with your left knee. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Open and close softly your fingers on your left hand. Ever so softly. See how she softened more into that? Good. Good. And straight. I saw you trotting a minute ago. Julie, do you want to give it a shot?
Okay. Let me try again.
Yep, you're good. Take your time. Take your time. Here you go. Stay soft. Take your left hand towards the rail. Yes! And down the walk. I'll take that. Reward her, pet her, tell her she's right. Look at that little girl. All right, Susan, you can try at the gate. Ready? You don't have a bridge. Nope, that's not a bridge. There, that's a bridge. Now you can slide your hand down. Yes. Now, if you need more of a bend, you're going to draw it with that inside hand, with that outside rein. Yep. Leg him up as you're bending him. Get the bend, get the bend. Yes! Turn your body. Open and close the fingers of that left rein. Don't lose the bend.